I'm going to tell you a story, but the first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one that's talking to you. Welcome to the call. Oh, look, little Dim's still being little Dims. Oh, well, whatever. Alright, so I have another 8,000 steps. The first is the many loves of Oracle in due respect to the many loves of Toby Gillis. Abisarati, Tarayati, Sagatayati, Mithuni Babati, Abisarati, Kumbati, Parivasyati, Kamyati, Kumbati, Mitsune Babati. Alright, so this is a couple different women, because it's the many loves of me. Avisarati, Rendezvous, Tariati, Spank. It's kind of a long story, but, like, I was hanging out with this girl, and, I was actually about to fall down, and I kind of, like, tapped her on the bum to try to get her to move, but, she really took it the wrong way. But, you know, that's on me. Because, I failed to make my intentions clear, I guess. Sagatayati, encounter. Mizune Bavati, couple. I'm not going to get into how that happened. Abisarati, yet again, rendezvous of lovers. Kumbati, kiss. Paravasyati, have a halo. Kamyati, make love. So, long and short of it, I was very intoxicated, and this young lady was very goodly enough to, like, make out and then have the sexy times with me. But at one point, she asked me, like, we were in a room that, like, had no lights on. She asked me to turn on the lights. And when I did so, it basically made it look like I had a halo. So that's why that happened. Kumbati Methune Babati, that is specifically when I had my only encounter with a trans lady. And we kissed and then we had some sexy times. Okay, so that is 1,000 steps right there. Next, the many times that I've moved from one home to another. Vasantaram Karoti, move out of an apartment. Bahari, drive. Zaroti, listen. Kapanam Karoti, imagine. Meditate, Zalati. Karma Karoti, do karma. Experience, Anubhavati. Janati, learn. Smarati, remember. Initiate, Dixayati. You every time you move, like, you pack up your entire life from one location to another, you actually tend to learn a lot about yourself. That's a lot, and especially if you have to do a lot of driving to move from one place to another, you have a lot of time to self-reflect. So that's another 1,000 steps, brings me up to 2,600 or 26,000. Next is I've talked a couple of times about me having me having the Scientology dream. There was another time that I think I referenced having a dream where I was, like, going back and forth, and it was essentially a dream about the cycle of reincarnation, and me and my other constantly going back and forth over who would open a box, and it turned out opening the box was dying and starting a new life. It was a very interesting thing. So all of that together, Nidram Karoti, Asam Karoti, sleep, dream. Smarati, Tazyati, remember and foresee. If what I saw was actually a vision of reincarnation, then that would be foreseeing. It's just how it works. We're under a count of Kathyati, like what I'm doing now. Sleep, Nidram Karoti, dream, Asam Karoti, meditate Zalati, memorize Kasi Karoti, and imagine Kapanam Karoti. And that is another 1,000 steps. This represents a lot of the times that I basically initiated with my mantra by doing stuff while I was driving. Drive Bahati, meditate Zalati, practice sorcery via Vikarati, bless Azizan Badati, curse Parizapati, enchant Paribraviti, conjure Abhizapati, address with formula Abhya Mantrayate, repeat mentally Japati, and initiate Diksayati. This set of steps is in direct reference to when I first found Metamagic. and when I started to do my theses. Specifically, when I started to branch out from my research and my making my mantra pustaga or my spell books, essentially just with like written words, and started doing like image work. Discover Paraniati. Obtain as a gift, Sanati. This is me discovering and being lent the Metamagic book before I bought my own copy. Initiate, Desiati. Banish, Pramushkati. Banishing is a big part of Metamagic. It just is. It's one of the first things you're taught how to do, and it's one of the things I practice most. Imagine, Kalpanam Karoti. Draw, Kithranam Karoti. Practice sorcery, Via Karati. Do karma, Karma Karoti. Exercise, Zapayati. Initiate, Dixiati. And that is another 1,000 steps. Moving right along. This is specifically about the time I was at Circle K. Hire, Diverte. Work, Karya. Practice sorcery, Via Karati. I would do a lot of things like pranayama meditation while I was like mopping the floors and stuff. Advance, this is when I became an assistant manager. Arohayati, be promoted, that's when I became a manager. Samunamati, manage, me doing my job. Veyaveharati, harass. This is when Little Dims started making its presence known to me because he was pissed off that I had a decent job. Barate, seem, bati. Because when an offensive Shakti user is harassing you at your day job, it's really hard to seem anything but crazy. Be recorded, Smartiate. Yep. Surveillance cameras everywhere in like most modern workplaces. Yep, I was totally recorded acting completely crazy. I was being harassed by a psychic. What was I gonna? And I was like literally just telling it, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And stop saying, Jeff, leave me alone, whenever I'm telling you to leave me alone. Stop telling me to leave you alone in my body, Dims. Dismiss, Utsarjati, because I got fired from that job. And initiate, Dixayati, because I started doing a lot more magic basically full-time after I lost that job because I was downright pissed about how I lost it. And that is another 1,000 steps. Then we have basically another 1,000 steps, literally about me working on my initiation for the various Shadowrun Metamagic. Anchor, Agalana Karoti, Cleanse, Martiati, Divine, Pratibha Karoti, Dispel, Harati, Center, Kendra Karoti, Mask, Chariati, Reflect, Venati, Shield, Salantaram Pratayati, Quicken, Svandate, Possess, Malate. And the other 10 are essentially more in terms of the last year of me more or less initiating in terms of like being a Mayapati, a Lord of Illusion. So, Alud, Darzayati, Dulu, Chaliati, Amaze, Vismayate, Bewitch, Manoharati, Baffle, Modi Karoti, See mentally, Kuzmayate, Touch mentally, Samrozati, Dazzle, Mosate, Practice sorcery via Karati, and initiate Dixayati. And that, good lord, brings me all the way up to, is that 31,000? Because, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 29, 30, 31. And that brings me to a grand total of 31,000 steps out of 84,000. Ain't halfway there yet, but it's progress. I don't know how long or how quickly the rest of these is going to be, since having dealt with the Circle K thing, in terms of the part of the dance that's a recounting of my life, it's pretty much up to current events. I mean, there was a brief period of time I was unemployed, and there's a time I've been working at my new job. That's about it. Other than that, once I get past that, it's just doing cool stuff for this angel dance. Enough of this intro. Let's get to the cool stuff. Anyway, this is Oracle. I'm going to sing myself out with 31,000 steps down all the route. And if you're gonna be rambling the road, make sure it's not rude road of bad ways to roll. Do not be too rude in the ways of bad arts, in the way of true things, that's just how we are. This is Oracle singing myself out. Dance safely and dream safely in the weave all throughout. Wow.